Alright, so I'm trying to platinum every single Rockstar game that is on the PS5, and here's all of the ones I've completed so far. But if I can't finish the rest before the channel hits 900,000 subscribers, then I have to platinum Fortnite as my punishment. One of the hardest platinums ever. So make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Anyways, today I chose to platinum Red Dead Redemption, seeing as I just recently did the second one, which was insanely hard. And the original is not anywhere near as challenging. Even more so, I was almost finished with it, aside from a few more annoying trophies at the end, because I played it over a year ago and made an entire video on the game up till the conclusion, where I was convinced it glitched with a horse, but after various YouTube comments I would find out that I'm actually just an idiot and it wasn't glitched after all. I would also suggest you go watch that video if you haven't already seen the main part of this game's trophy grind, if you wish. But regardless, Red Dead Redemption contains 52 trophies including the Platinum Trophy, and it takes about 40 hours, but that's with a lot of RNG and being a lucky motherfucker who is blessed by baby Jesus above. It took me over 50 hours. I do have serious beef with this game. But there's multiple stages to get the platinum, and starting off today, as I said, I was almost finished already, having a whopping total of 44 trophies and taking off with stage 2 and cleaning up the ones I failed to clean up previously. The first trophies I chased down that gave me so much trouble last time were the final 2 challenges regarding trophies, being the Tomahawk challenge and the explosive rifle challenge. Then the 100% completion trophy of the main game, which is probably one of the worst trophies I have gotten and chased recently, and we will talk about why in just a moment. But starting off for the first hour of my playtime back, I am not gonna lie, it was a complete and utter show mess. The majority of this hour consisted of me just kind of standing around googling things because I was completely lost with what to do, how to do anything, or what was even happening. It really felt like I woke up from a coma of over a year and was just put in a cowboy outfit and told good luck. You know that feeling when you wake up from a nap and you're just confused as to what's going on? Yeah, that's exactly what this felt like. I also spent quite some time just looking in the stats part of this game's menu to see if there was any direct signs at what I hadn't yet done for 100% completion, and this is one of my biggest complaints I have of Red Dead Redemption already. The stats section of this game displays everything, like literally everything you've ever done in your life, which is cool and all, but why the f does it not have a section that is directly in relation to 100% completion? Because there is zero signs as to what counts for that stat. So if you try to do this game without a guide, you would basically be shooting in a barrel to get progress in that, and I personally think that that is stupid. Rockstar, why? Why must you make me suffer? I thought we hashed this out a year ago, for f***'s sake. Anyways, eventually I did try to begin the Tomahawk challenges again, and I was already on part 2, I believe, which required a kill with the Tomahawk, a throwing kill, and a horse kill. And being the clueless little white boy I am, I forgot this game had gang hideouts everywhere, and I thought the only way to get an enemy was to go shoot up Blackwater and have the cops come on me. Yeah, the cops coming everywhere went poorly, but she enjoyed it. Once I did respawn though, I decided that was dumb, and I found out where some gang hideouts were, so I was off to them. Except I accidentally ripped the stagecoach driver out of his seat instead of jumping in for a ride. It was a misinput. Like, seriously, I didn't mean to do that. So I rode back to Blackwater and just killed a man out of rage and pestilence. I also tried to find another fast travel thing here, but this game doesn't have the same fast travel as Red Dead Redemption 2, and I was unaware, which in turn made me look like a complete idiot or man with lower chromosomal matter in my brain. Eventually, I also just quit again, and then I stared at Mr. Morrison's greasy face on my PS5 home screen. Eventually though, after procrastinating for a hot minute like usual, I just jumped back into the game and I rode the stagecoach. Some would say this isn't an accomplishment, but for me today, it's everything, damn it. I also might not have seen the skip button, so I genuinely just rode it. God, I'm having a rough one today. Oh my god! But I took that one over to near Fort Mercer, which is one of the many gang hideouts in the game. I just chose this one because it looked the most obvious as being a gang hideout. I mean, these idiots put Fort on the name of it, so I don't know who they think they're hiding from, let's be honest here. Long story short, I also forgot how aggressive the enemies in this game are and how little they miss, so I f***ing died almost instantly without achieving anything. Upon waking up back from the nightmare again, I just stood there. What is my life, bro? So yes, I did take another break, but as they say and have been saying for years, third time's the charm. Coming back another moment or two later, and instead of going after any challenges, I instead began to do some random activities for 100% that I didn't think I would have done or saw I didn't complete yet. The first of these being from winning at arm wrestling. And you also need to win the entire table, not just a match. The first guy was easy. I also think he was an old man, so he almost broke his arm probably. And breaking an arm 100 years ago didn't have the same healing rate as it does now, so this was attempted murder. But the next dude who strolled up was also the final guy of the table, and he was no pushover. In fact, I lost numerous times to him, although I also did not totally know how you do arm wrestling in this game. At least, well, that is. But I do believe that the arm wrestling mechanics are also complete RNG, because the time I won against him, he didn't even put up a fight. Either this means he was tired from so much winning, you know, I do know what that's like, or he felt bad, and if he let me win, I swear to God, I'm gonna kill him. But once I won, it checked off one more minigame from the completion stats, and that was also required for an outfit I needed to get in addition. The outfit I was after at the current moment was called the US Army uniform, and I rode to Aurora's Basin to find a scrap of it just sitting in a chest, which ended up finishing it off, so that's cool. We just gained a whopping 0.5% of completion to the day. Let's go, baby. I then decided to head back to Fort Mercer and really seriously go for those kills with the Tomahawk, because let's be honest, it's not hard at all, and I just suck doo-doo water. But upon arriving, I got distracted and also remembered I needed an explosive rifle kill or something. So I just got one real fast, and I actually finished that entire challenge off because I was on the final part of it, which gave me the first new trophy of the day. Anyways, I then just ran to this dude while inside the fort, and I smacked him with my Tomahawk, which finished off part 2. Part 3 was then to hit a flying bird with one. So seeing as there isn't any birds right now, I just committed mass executions and cleared out the fort. Then once the dust settled, I saw a ton of birds flying around, but it turns out these birds aren't real. Yep, they were right the whole time. Fucking Chinese spy drones, I've seen it all, bro. But once I was leaving, I spotted this other bird perched on a ledge, and something in me said, this is a real bird. So I shot in the air to alert it, and then I Deadeye locked in, and I ended its life. But it worked, and we were on to part 4. Now, part 4 of the Tomahawk challenge isn't really hard, but it's to kill 5 enemies in a row with the Tomahawk without missing. And I didn't immediately go for that, you know, I got distracted with more 100% completion things, but I did pit stop and buy a ton of Tomahawks because consumerism. I then did a lot of checking, searching, and seeing through my eyes to find the next objective I was missing, and I ended up concluding that I had one singular bounty target not done out of 20. And it just so happened to be in the same region I was already in. So I started one up after sleeping a few times, and I then completed it. Seeing as you don't need to take them in alive, I didn't, and I just ruthlessly went up there and killed everyone. Also, as you can see, I did the Tomahawk part 4 here, which I forgot I did. I honestly thought I waited to do this until later because I remember doing this later, but it's fine. I still did it. I don't know what's happening. Part 5 to that, by the way, is to do an entire gang hideout using only Tomahawks, which is harder than it sounds. But back to the bounty, I returned to the place it told me to, and I got chased a little bit, but that's fine. I then turned it in, and nothing happened, because nothing ever does. This rock we are floating on is an empty vat in space. Anyways, I continued on with more outfits after that, doing some mini games in various locations that they said required me to win in. I also did need to play blackjack till I profited for minigame completion anyway, so that's fun. And I'm notoriously bad at card games, especially when it comes to gambling, but I know how to play blackjack, which made my life even easier, seeing as blackjack is probably the easiest card game inside of gambling. After that though, I ended up dueling a man, and I forgot how brutal these were. I love it. But that was all the easy objectives for outfits, so I sadly reached a bit of blocking point in my outfit searching career because lots of them have these objectives where you need to defend citizens from gangs. And the gang attacks are not hideouts if you're wondering that. They are quite literally just RNG luck-based events that pop up either in the town itself or on the side of the road with a blue blip. So I began the deathly search and ran around trying to get these to work and would have no such luck. This shit is ass and balls, by the way. It's actually horrible, and part of the reason I'm convinced that 40-hour time frame on the trophy guide is just BS. But due to this neglect of progress I was seeing, I had a mental breakdown and went back to the Tomahawk challenges to feel as if I was doing something productive. And I tried to do the final part, which was to beat a gang hideout using only the Tomahawk, and I died. It turns out they don't like when you try to kill one of them with the Tomahawk. It's like demeaning, I guess. But that was on Fort Mercer, which has one of the higher enemy counts, so I went to Twin Rocks instead, and it was much easier. I also saved a broad as my final kill, and then the trophy popped right after. I did also have to go do the Master Hunter challenge after, which really isn't hard. I don't know why or how I had so much trouble finding animals a year ago, but I vividly remember being unable to find anything, and it pissed me off so much. But when doing the Master Hunter challenges again, I found almost every animal first try, even the legendary ones. The very final bear, however, I did struggle to find for a few minutes, but he eventually showed his face for me to destroy, and ultimately I finished the Master Hunter challenge with ease, which then left me just needing to go for 100% objectives now and no more challenges. Thank God. And the main thing I was after for 100% completion was just the outfits. Like, that was literally it. And you apparently just need 9 of them, but you need 9 specific ones, and just 9 random outfits does not work, which I personally think is stupid. I mean, they could have said something or anything at all. But this is Rockstar. They love just not telling us things in trophies and letting us suffer. Rockstar. But again, the objectives I was all stuck on were the ones related to protecting citizens from gangs, and these just would not happen. And I spent about 3 hours of my life running around desperately trying to get these to work. Spoiler, they never do. Those random events are so goddamn rare, they either just don't happen, or they happen once, and if you fail it, they never occur again. But seeing as my last time playing this save file was over a year ago, I had no clue what happened then. And my best guess is that I got one of these and just ran away from it, because I could not get them to spawn in. Another thing though, for some reason, random activities that have gangs attack you, you know, the little blue dot ones on the side of roads, for some reason count for these outfits. I have no clue why. And a few of them aren't even near the purple circle where the outfit is related to on the map. It literally makes 0 sense and I do not understand. I just don't get it. But my final outfit I needed after getting those random blue events on the map 3 hours later was thankfully not from a random gang activity, and instead from clearing every gang hideout in 24 hours on the US portion of the map. Using the explosive rifle made this kind of fun, even though I was sick of this game, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, once I cleared out that final one, the outfit unlocked, and so did the 100% completion of Red Dead Redemption's main story. That also finished off stage 2 of the platinum, and I moved on to stage 3, which was all about the Undead Nightmare DLC that is now part of the game's main trophy list in replacement of the online that is no longer here. And a lot like how I started off today in the main game, I just had no clue where to begin. I even watched back my old video to see what I ended off on, and it was from finding the last horse of the apocalypse, which was, for me, famine. And finding these horses, by the way, are just complete luck. There is no method to get them, easy way, cheese, glitch, or anything. It is entirely just luck and one of the most grindy, disgusting, depressing, and ruthless experiences. I kid you fucking not. I just ran in circles around the popular spawn locations for famine for 3+ hours straight. I genuinely thought I was gonna go insane, and I think I might have. I also shamelessly re-downloaded Tinder to distract me from the endless void that is not getting a virtual horse spawn in a video game. If only my ancestors could see me now, they would not be proud. Anyways, after talking to a bunch of very odd and mentally unstable women, I have now decided I am gonna die alone. But I did find the famine horse eventually, and just watch this shit. I flopped in the 4th quarter, missed the game winner layup. The son of a bitch was right in front of me, and due to me not breaking any horses in so long, I forgot that they don't just sit there and wait for you to abuse them. That dragged my white ass, then ran away. Thankfully though, as I scrambled in his direction, I spotted the guy and was able to hop on his back, break him, and got the final horse I needed, only losing my soul once again in the process. And that was sadly not it for the horse challenges. However, the final one was just run over every zombie enemy type, and they all spawn outside this one safe zone, so I just rode over there, ran over zombies for a little bit, and I got it. And that actually got me the trophy from getting rank 5 on all undead challenges apparently. Even though I was almost sure I hadn't done that, but I'm not complaining. I then just ran over to where the unicorn allegedly spawns at, because breaking a unicorn is also a trophy, and I'm not lying when I say I found the thing immediately. So fast the game didn't even register it was on the map and forgot to tell me a mythical horse was nearby. But god damn it, I could see its rainbow body odor seeping off its organs and that horny ass horn, so I jumped on, broke the unicorn, and I got the trophy. Also, that gave me 100% completion in Undead Nightmare. I don't fucking know how, but it did. Surprise was to say the least. I busted in shock and all. But I did still have one more trophy, and it was just from getting 500 kills with pistols or revolvers in any game mode. So I just headed back to the main story, did a few gang hideouts using pistols, and I got the trophy along with the little platinum trophy pop. So that was the real Red Dead Redemption Platinum Trophy experience. Yes, I know, it took me over a year to return and finish it, but guess what? It's done. I also hated every second of that. But I guess now that I have slept on it, I am very pleased to be finished with the horse and animal searching in Rockstar games now. I believe that every game left in this challenge doesn't require things like that as far as I know. And if more of them do, then we're cooked. But yeah, that's all. I still hate this game. 2 out of 10.